Right, so this is day 7 of my build for the RPG, and we're 11 and a half hours in at this point, and I'm just building a field. In the storyline, they do have a summer dome at the beginning of the winter and then lose it, so I needed somewhere where there would be dead plants, a field of dead plants where the summer dome used to be, and I'd forgotten to put that in my village, so I'm adding it now. I also wanted to put in an area where the character would be able to collect a weapon, so I'm going to add a log cabin, an axe, etc. to this scene. Now, I'm having a lot of difficulty with things being linked to things that I don't want them to be, and it's proving to be a little bit of a problem. I'm putting down this house now. And then I'm picking up a log and placing that in. And these are all grouping. These are all, although these are coming directly, they are being made part of a huge group. And there are a lot of things in here. And I've just picked up gin and put them down. As you can see, I'm having to scope into things. Now, I just removed that axe from the group. It wasn't part of the group. I removed it from the group, and I started to put in some code. Now at this point, it's in play mode, and it went into the evening setting. I think it's still there, but Jin had disappeared, and I thought it was a bit weird at the time, but I couldn't quite work out what was going on. Anyway, I carried on adding the code to do a pickup. Now, I think what's happened here, looking back at this a few times to see what went on, although I'd ungrouped this axe from everything, or thought I had, that wasn't actually the case. And when I started putting this code in, I hadn't quite completed it. I hadn't finished wiring it up. I put a destroyer in, and I think what happened is that it destroyed everything that was linked to, although the destroyer is only linked to this axe like that, that axe was somehow grouped in to most of the scene, which I do not understand. There's something very strange going on with dreams, with things being grouped together with everything else. It's almost as if you can't stop it. Anyway, I couldn't find Jin, so I pressed play.
What is he doing? What the hell has gone on? What is he doing up there?
Now at this point,
what the hell?
I thought it was just Jin that was affected, that somehow he got thrown up into the air. I couldn't really understand.
What has gone on?
And then I discovered that most of my village
has
disappeared. Now, we're in edit mode here.
Oh my god. This is a disaster. What the hell has gone on here?
So I started going back into edit. And I started rewinding everything. And nothing was changing. Absolutely nothing was happening. So I really felt that this scene had been completely destroyed somehow. And I think what's happened is that the destroyer deleted everything. If I had just rewound, it just pressed rewind on it, it would have been fine. But and everything would have come back. But it's a bit disturbing.
I've never seen anything like that. Everything I just did, that's gone. That's crazy. Right. Right. Okay. That's unnerved me a bit, because that was bad. You notice I was reversing and trying to reverse out of all of those changes, and nothing was happening. Unbelievable. Right. Okay. I'm coming out. I'm not saving anything. I'll just leave that as it is. Let's do the map.
Right. Well, during her live Twitch stream, obviously, when everything just suddenly disappears and when you try and undo what you've done and nothing appears to change, all I could do was to shut that down, lose everything I did, and go again. But I really didn't feel like going into the village and doing it again on the Twitch stream. So instead we went to the map. But that sort of ruined the workflow for the day, because it was like, what I couldn't work out what happened. I thought, well, I've got the Twitch stream, I can go back in and have a look, because obviously I did something happened, I did something and it made everything disappear. And looking at it, it was the destroyer gadget destroying everything that was connected to that axe, even though you could see in the stream I did ungroup it. So I don't really understand why it still destroyed everything, even though I'd ungrouped it for everything. It was a bit weird, I must say. Maybe it's like embedded grouping that's going on here, which is really worrying, because obviously when you want to destroy an item, you don't want to destroy every item in the scene. So obviously I'm doing something very, very wrong when I'm actually putting things in the world. But as I have never had this issue before, I can only assume something has changed, and I'm just the methods have changed of what we need to do or something. I don't know. It's very strange. Everything seems to be linking with everything else, and it's driving me up the wall. But never mind. So now we are going to go into this map, which is what I did for the rest of the day. And I took the map that I'd made in Incarnate and tried to recreate it in Dreams with a little bit of stylish look. So I'm using spray paint, and I'm just spray painting onto a sculpt using the snapped surface of Snap, and we're just making the map, the canvas of our map first of all, trying to get a sort of 3D look. I can't say I'm particularly happy with the way this map has come out. I know I can draw much better than this, and but it's so difficult to do painting knowing there's loads of people watching you paint. I find it really intimidating, and as a result, I also had no way of looking up a map reference so that I could see whereabouts I needed to put the shading and everything else. I like to use reference material as much as possible. It helps me, because I'm not really used to doing drawing. I've only ever really done anything major really in Dreams, so it's nice to have some reference material. So this is gonna match fairly closely the map that I did in Incarnate, which you can view if you look at my World Anvil site for Project Winter. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kingdoms or countries in my world, different areas, and the idea is we might be using this map for fast travel purposes. So I'll be building into this map with some fast travel options, which means that you will only see certain towns and cities and things appear if you've actually been there, and then they'll be able to link to it. So I haven't decided whether this is going to be something that gets pulled into the world as an element, so that you can look at your map wherever you are, or whether you're going to have to come out of wherever you are in order to come to this scene to look at the map. It'd be easier, I think, if I could actually bring it in as an element. But until I've built it, I won't know how massive or complicated the whole thing is, and whether it's even going to be possible to bring it in as an element. Because it might make it a bit restrictive in the level, but you'll have to see. But I I don't think it would be a problem if we come out and have this as a separate level, so you come out, choose where you want to go. Right, well this was day 8, so we're 13.5 hours in, and I decided I really ought to start making some of the enemies. And the first one that you come across is a wolf. I tried to rig my own character, but that wasn't working. I've got no experience of doing that, and I wasn't very good at it, so I decided what I'd do is amend a model that I had of a lioness. And it was really weird actually trying to get the facial features to change to wolf-like ones. I went through sort of all sorts of animals really. So I ended up with something wolf-ish, put some teeth in, that sort of helped, but I wasn't overly happy with it. But after I sort of fiddled about with it a bit and started to put on some eyes and things, I got a weird glitch. And after yesterday's weird glitch, I just got hysterical. Is all I can say. I apologise.
Right. Right. Please work. What's there? What? Whoa! What? Oh no, I shouldn't laugh. Okay. Stop laughing.
Anyway, we fixed what it was. The eyes, for some reason, were causing the problem, so I deleted and started again. God knows. I think it was a colliding problem. There we go. And that soon sorted it out. But I was still not really particularly happy with it. Anyway, so once we put in the wolf, I again redid the eyes because I still weren't happy. But I'm still not happy with them. They're like, I don't know, too big, too round, not wolf-like. So I said, if anybody fancies it, wants to remix that, I'll put it out there. I accidentally saved it over my lions, which I had to save those. So there, I'll put that out. So if anybody wanted to make any wolves for the following day.
Okay, so yesterday I had a go at making a wolf. There's the thing about trying to make things in the stream, is that they're not always that great. Because, you know, I didn't have a plan or anything, and I just thought I start off, I'll try do my own rigging, and that didn't go very well at all. I had no idea what I was doing, so I abandoned that. I used a remix of a remix. I remixed Pango Man's Sprout to make a lioness quite a while ago, so I took that as a base and tried to make a wolf, and it looked, let's just say, not particularly fierce, and not what I wanted. So I said to you all, if you want to have a go, this was only yesterday, so and people have had a go, so let's have a look and see what you made. So this is Innocence 48. He remixed my wolf. Let's have a look. What did he do? Perhaps I should see my original one. What does my original one look like? Okay, genealogy. Let's get my original out. So we got, yes, there we go. Here's my awful attempt. Yeah, the eyes are just. It's the eyes, the terrible eyes. Yes, they're too big. They're pretty comical, and yeah. Okay, so there's my original wolf, and it's interesting because from certain angles, it's okay. That's a wolf. It's a wolf there. It's just not particularly wolf-like from other angles. It's a bit too dog-like, I think. Anyway, let's go back to right, Innocence's version. I think he's sorted out the eyes, is what he's done. He's made the eyes better. Okay, so definitely better than I did. The eyes are better. Let's have a look and see what else has been done. So we've got Crunchy Cartoon. Remix my wolf. It says it's got facial animation, this one. This will be interesting. Right, okay. It's got my bug eyes. Oh, wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. So that one will snarl and stuff, which is pretty nice. Though I think a combination of the eyes from the last one and the eyes from this one and the mouth and stuff, we're getting somewhere. Okay. What's this one? This is QTM Xeno. And they've made... Oh, there we go. They've made it a saber-tooth wolf. Somehow, I said to him, it's somehow still cute. Even with the great big long teeth. Definitely fiercer than mine, though. Gotta admit that one. Right. Okay. Where are we now? Black Wolf by Dawson67. Ah, he's shortened the tail. That's good. Well, that's much more hellhoundish, isn't it? That's a lot more threatening. You wouldn't want that leaping out in the woods, would you? Let's see. What does the run look like? How do I do the run? I can't remember. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely more of a snarly. More of what I was trying to go for, anyway. Yes. Right. Good. Good. And then we've got Angry Kirby X. This is his wolf. This looks quite fluffy. Ooh. Look at that. So we've got... What? He's got a limp, this one. He said he needs to work on the animations. It's nice, though, isn't it? With a lolling tongue and everything. I mean, we've got a world where you can travel about, so I'm not necessarily going to pick just one wolf and be done with it. We can have different wolves in different places in the world. So I do like him. I do like him. He's very blue, which is interesting. It's an interesting blue on this wolf. I think that his gammy leg needs sorting, though. But I think he said he was going to still work on it. So so Angry Kirby X, I like your wolf. If you can sort out its weird leg, I think this has got huge potential for my wolf in the game. Actually, it just needs that hobbling to be sorted out. Though it could be a feature if we get a damaged wolf. We've got a wolf with a gammy leg in as a storyline. That might be useful. So don't lose that. Just remix that again and see if we can sort out the leg. I'm not quite sure why it's doing this with, but I don't know how you've made it. So there we go. Very nice. Yeah, I knew you would all do a better job than me. It's very difficult to build things in the Twitch stream that look half decent, to be honest with you.
So then I decided it was time to put back the field and put back the log cabin and the axe that I lost on the Tuesday. So no mishaps this time. I tried very carefully to make sure that I didn't have things grouped that I didn't want to be grouped. And I went ahead and I built the field. And I also built the exit for the village to Greyminster through what was going to be a bit of a forest. Now, I was wondering whether it was going to be possible to make the forest in this set, but it seemed very clear that in order to get a nice spooky scary forest, I'm not going to be able to do it in this set, so I'm going to have to build it separately. But building the exit, I would still need to do that. So I've created like melted snow effect just by painting the snow in the grey. It's a really easy way of making a path on a snow effect, and it looks really effective because it just looks like the snow has melted a bit. It looks pretty cool, and I just popped in a nice great big long path, and decided to check it out, see what that would look like. I start building with the trees that I already had, so that would keep the thermo down. Started cloning all the trees to make my forest. And that was pretty much it. I did attempt to start making the forest itself in another level, but I realised very quickly that I didn't have the correct props available, and I would have to make them myself, and I didn't have enough time left in the stream to tackle that properly, so I didn't go very far into building our forest, but that would be something for next week. So I hope you enjoyed that summary of the third week. The fourth week starts on Tuesday, the 25th of August at 2 p.m. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday this week. I'm hoping to be able to build our forest, put in some code for what happens when you try to go into the forest without a weapon, or at night when it's dark and that sort of thing. And I'm going to be looking at temperature in my world and how that is going to affect my player, his stats and his health. And who knows, if we've got a working wolf, maybe I can start working on that too. But that's the plan for next week. Hope you can join me. If not, there'll be another summary next Monday. I'll catch you in your dreams.